All right, so this is going to be episode 1, pun intended, on how to build your own Star Wars displays. So, if you're in the collecting community, you probably have shopped around and seen that there are companies out there that produce displays. There's a company in the UK called Collector's Display, makes a great product. I made this DIY based off the style that they had. Um, Obviously, I put my own little variants in there, just to kind of make it my own. Put some stuff in the background that his doesn't have, and I don't know, just kind of wanted to make it look like that, have that card back feel. So anyway, made my own, and then kind of getting into other toy lines. Obviously, we have the Rogue One, based off the card style, as you can see up there. I tried making the whole box look like one of the cards. And then same thing for the episode 1. Again, it's in the style of the card back to make it kind of, have that theme. So I'm going to eventually be doing Power of the Force. I'm going to do an orange line and also a green line. But wanted to kind of get into how these are made, and I guess what it takes to make it work. So here's some ripped down material. Basically, it's just some shelving from Home Depot. They come in either like 10 or 12 inch wide that I ripped down on a table saw. Here's some smaller ones, might be a little bit easier to show off. This is kind of what it is. I rip it down to about 4.5 inches, and then I route out a groove, and I do this all on a table saw. Again, next video I'll probably do one, but this episode is really just going to be on what it takes to go together. If this works for you, if it's something you want to build, you can start following the series and making your own. So utilizing those shelves, I ripped them down. I put that little routed channel in there, and what that ends up being is where the glass gets set into. So 3 sides have that routed channel, and the glass sits in that channel on both vertical sides, and then also on the bottom. And then what I do for the top is the dimension of the material is cut back to where that glass sits in front, and I'll do I'll pull it in and out so you can kind of see how that sets in there. But it makes it nice and convenient, real easy to put in and out. I use an 1/8 inch glass on these, on all of these, which you could pick up at a local glass shop, or also you could use like an 1/8 inch plexiglass. The good thing about the plexiglass is it has a little bit of bend, so when you go to pop these out, you can kind of pull the middle out a little bit, grab a hold, get the glass deep in one channel, and then it'll come out of the other channel, and you can kind of lift it up and out. The regular glass, I use like a little suction cup that you can pick up from like Harbor Freight or something like that, to set in and out. So that's pretty much how they go together. Besides that, stay on the shelving theme, in Home Depot or Lowe's, you can pick up little bracket there that just requires drilling of 2 little holes, and then I set the glass on them. They just kind of go straight across. Because this one, the original line, is so wide, it's about I think it's almost like 4 foot wide. There was a little bit of deflection in the middle, so what I ended up doing was just running a screw right in the middle. It's got a little plastic grommet on there, and that keeps the deflection from going out. And at the end of the day, no one even notices it unless I point it out. No one would know that that's there. For the smaller ones, this one, just for the style that I made, using Director Krennic on the side there, same idea. On the right hand side, I have those little shelf holders, just required drilling of 2 holes. And then on this side, because it's not reaching the other end, I did the same tactic to where there's a screw with a plastic grommet just protecting it, and it kind of makes it look like that glass is floating for three different rows. And then same idea here. Well, it's a mixture here actually, using the shelving bracket on both sides, but then for the top corner, because Maul is obviously the highlight of the box and the card back, I had to use that screw, which is right between the two Palpatines there. And again, unless I point it out, no one really notices that. That's pretty much it. So it's just some ripped down closet shelving on the table saw. What I'll do when I do the video on how to make it, I'll give all the dimensions on what sizes they should be, you know, the thickness of the channel, you know, everything else you need. Oh, the backer is Masonite. So if you go to Home Depot or a Lowe's or, you know, local building supply store, this is just like an 1/8 inch Masonite. You could cut it down with a table saw. You can cut it down, if you score it enough times, you can cut it down with a razor knife, and then kind of just break it off. And then I put everything together. I've been designing these on the iPad on a program called Procreate, and then I just glue it on there. I use a spray adhesive, something inside here. It's just a Scotch spray mount. Spray that Masonite, put the backer on, and put everything together, and then it has, you know, the LED strips. I used the Cricut machine to cut out these, you know, imperial designs, make it look like the wall. I didn't use them there or there. I used the gray case for this one. And like I said, the next video I'll actually, you know, get the tools out and start making it so you can follow along and give you some dimensions. And you know, we can, depending, I might even get into opening up the Procreate app and showing you how to lay these out and make them on your own, you know, all intents to make it DIY. So that's where this is at. And yeah, so keep following the channel, and we'll get into building one of these.